Welcome back to my car cave. So I've got one more new car for 2023 as I get closer to rounding out my collection. This time is the Alpha Tauri. I believe this is the AT04 from the British Grand Prix. So Yuki Tsunoda version. This is again a CK model car. Comes in this nice clamshell. It's limited to 111 pieces. Flip it over here. We can see this one's going to be a resin model. As usual, the CK model variant comes in this nice clamshell, team livery theme, picture of Tsunoda's car. Again, this is the British GP version. Open it up, you get a nice picture of the car from the race, as well as the car here below on the base. I'm going to go ahead and get it off the base, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, as typical with these CK model editions, you get these race placards or pit boards. This one indicating he was P13 on lap 13, and then the differential between whoever was in front and whoever was behind. I think the British Grand Prix, Tsunoda finished 16th overall, so not really sure why they highlighted that particular race. Overall, AlphaTauri finished 8th in the Constructors title. Tsunoda, I think, finished 14th overall with roughly about 17 points. Nick DeVries didn't make it through the season, was replaced by Danny Ricciardo and Liam Lawson briefly over a few races. So not a very successful season for AlphaTauri. A little bit better this year, but still not where they were a couple years ago. So anyways, this is a typical Minichamps quality model. It's a resin model as indicated by the tap test, leaving all the resin on the desk. Typical Minichamps, nice carbon fiber decaling here on the wings, up along here as well. Got some nice carbon fiber details. Then the wing is not split in the front, but new for this year, just split back here. You can see my finger through the split line there. But as always, these are resin. Unlike Spark, this is not photo etched, so you can see kind of where the painted black cap or interior is of the exhaust, as well as back here. You can see how it kind of dead ends, and they painted black in the back of the cowling. It's not great, but that's how the resins typically work. Underside of the car looks like a typical Minichamps model. Not a lot of details here. There's not a lot to be had. Interesting. These little vents here. That's unique from what I've seen to the Alpha Tauri. So not sure what's going on there. I don't know if they come from the upside or if it's just an exhaust exchange coming out from behind the radiator. Anyways, interesting little detail. A little bit different than the other cars I've seen so far. But yeah, so anyways, again, just a nice model for 2023. I've got the 2022 model here, so we can go ahead and check that one out as well. Again, this is my first Yuki Tsunoda model. I kind of, I like this helmet. I kind of like, I guess it's the Japanese maple leaf that's on there. He's using it again this year with the 2022 and the Japanese rising sun at the top of the helmet. Has this nice kind of gold reflective visor on there, just different than other helmets that are out there, and so it's kind of nice to have that. And again, like I said, I did not have a Yuki Tsunoda model to this point, so anyways, happy to have that in my collection finally. Let's go ahead and compare this with the 2022 car. Okay, so in the background, I have the 2022 car of pure Gasly, and then in the foreground here, I have the 2023 from Yuki Tsunoda. Anyways, the front wings, pretty similar from year to year. Maybe a slight deviation here, but nothing that's super, indicative that this is a 2023 car versus 2022 car. Where it does change is the nose, kind of the opposite of what I featured on the Alpine. In 2022, AlphaTauri had a flatter, wider front nose, and then they reverted to this thinner, more sculpted, rounded kind of nose cone. Exactly the opposite of what Alpine did. So anyways, just that's kind of the first noticeable difference. As you move back here, it's pretty much similar. Um, Airbox looks the same. I would say on the 2023 car, this tabletop area, it was more of a like Mercedes Cannon style in 2022. Still has this rounded kind of feature to it, but a little bit flatter than what was there before. A little more Red Bull like, I think. And then, like most cars, the real change is here, kind of in the side pod radiator area. This got a lot narrower. The uh, intake became a little bit of a different design. You had this kind of sculpted. I won't go so far as to say that it's the bathtub design, but it's kind of a hybrid, as you can see from the shadows, that it's just a little more grooved or carved out. On this variation versus the 2022 car. Um, Probably one of the bigger changes is this kind of lip or ridge here in the floorboard that was not on the 2022 car, um, like it is here on the 2023 car. So not a lot changed here for AlphaTauri. They're not a team with a huge budget, so they kind of being related to uh, Red Bull, they kind of either share ideas or maybe they even front ideas with Red Bull and test them on their cars. But anyways, other than that, really here, I think different from the 2022 car, this one has the red tire markings. They did paint the wheel caps this year. I kind of like it. I think it's nice. At first, I wasn't crazy about uh, decorating wheel caps and that kind of stuff, but I have found it attractive on the cars or the teams that do that to their cars. So, um, but yeah. So, anyways, again, not a huge difference. Again, the cars are evolving, uh, but some teams more aggressively than other teams. And again, AlphaTauri being a lower budget team in the back of the grid, not evolving quite as fast or dramatically. So, anyways, that's just a short comparison between the two cars. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. I should be rounding out my 2023 collection. Hopefully by the end of the year. I'm waiting on some specific models um, in the meantime, or specific liveries to do that. So again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to future videos soon.